Buzz coming to you from Bali, Indonesia. Many of you guys have been asking where I've been, when I'm going to make a video. So uh, I've been traveling around, and sometimes I get really strong internet. And today is one of those days I got really strong internet. It's actually raining here in Bali. Uh, I want to go out because I don't come to these places to sit in hotel rooms and dilly dally. So that's one reason why you don't get too many videos from me, because I don't travel to sit around in hotel rooms and make videos. I really don't. I go out and adventure and explore. There is a time to obviously do a lot of tech stuff. And when I lock into that, I do like to do that and have fun with that, as you guys probably do yourselves. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the latest cryptocurrency news. Uh, just we got Bitcoin dominance, obviously continuing to take over more of the market at 52%. We've hovered around $200 billion market cap. We're at 213 billion. We had a really strong sell-off this last week, but today, last couple of days, we've had some push-ups. But we've seen that where we're kind of in that two steps backward, one step forward kind of momentum, where we'd like to be in that, or well, we're more like in three steps backwards, two steps forward. So we keep slowly kind of going down, but at some point, we like to think that we're going to find the bottom and this thing will stabilize and run, right? Which the none of us know. I mean, there's no one out there who knows. I don't think anyone's been correct. Not McAfee, not any of your favorite YouTube stars, not CNBC, not Novogratz. I mean, it's been a tough go at it, and that's what we get when we're participating as investors in a new asset class. It's go big or go home kind of thing, right? So let's go ahead and dial in some of these news items to see what's going on. If you go to altcoinbuzz.io, Chris Parada, he just wrote an article. Coinbase is taking over the world. Coinbase announces Ethereum Classic trading will begin August 16th. If you guys want to dial in this article by Chris, go to altcoinbuzz.io. There's also another one about Coinbase. Despite crypto bear market, Coinbase is still signing up about 50,000 new users every day. Garrett reported on that on our website. If you guys want to see what the deal is with Coinbase still signing up 50,000 new users every single day. That's a lot of people, but where's the volume, right? Where's the big money that's going to move the market up? So go ahead and take a look at that article. And then as we go around some of the other more relevant news line items today, Ripple partners with 3 crypto exchanges as part of X Rapid solution. Guys, I know it's frustrating. I know you want to see my screen. I really wish I had that technology that would allow me to do that. I don't know if it's my computer or what, but every time I've done that, it just times out and it won't allow me to stream my screen. I don't really I apologize. I know that it's no fun to have to look at someone's face, but if anything, you can use these videos for audio more than having to actually watch my face, right? Because there's nothing interesting about that. All I'm doing is talking, and I'm definitely not as cool as Joe Rogan, right? But the point is that Ripple has added 3 cryptocurrency exchanges to its cross-border payment settlement product, according to a press release published August 16th. Ripple has partnered with US-based Bittrex, Mexican Bitso, and Philippines, which kind of is interesting because they've been coming onto the radar talking about building a crypto Silicon Valley kind of deal in Philippines, kind of what they have in Zug, Switzerland, right? But that one's coin.ph. So we'll see what's going on with that Ripple exchange. And then Binance launches LCX fiat to crypto exchange in Liechtenstein, of all places, Liechtenstein. So these smaller islands or these smaller countries that are trying to make a name for themselves, kind of like what Singapore has. You also have Malta. You have some of these Caribbean islands, like I want to say Antigua or St. Bart's. You've seen how Bermuda has been on the radar for some of these crypto asset opportunities. So these smaller countries are really just delving into crypto and seeing where they can take it. If you guys want to talk about some of the other stuff that's going on in the market, you have crypto hedge fund Pantera on track to raise $175 million despite Bitcoin's price slump. So you still have hedge funds out there, looking to wheel and deal and make things go right now. Uh, let's go ahead and check out some of these comments here. You guys are saying use OBS. I really should use OBS. I know, but it still hasn't been able to work for me, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these prices here. You've got Bitcoin at 6,400. We've seen it as low as 6,000. For those of you who are gutsy enough to buy at 6,000, you're probably, for those of you who are trading, right? You're probably not too disappointed with that nice little price action. We've seen Ethereum go below 300. It's currently sitting right at 300. Crazy for Ethereum because 4 or 5 months ago we saw Ethereum up above 1200. So it's taken a massive hit, especially with all this action that's happened with these ICOs. That just it's really hard to tell if they're just not delivering, if they were just overvalued to begin with, what's going on, if they're just if there's a purge of the market going on. We'll see. I mean, a lot of really clever ideas that hit the market, but there could be a lot of ICOs or projects that are revealed that just didn't have much going on other than just a really cool idea, decentralized product, right? So we'll see how these tokens perform, but it's definitely done nothing good for Ethereum. Ethereum has just I mean, wow, man, Ethereum's taking a hit. So have many other coins. XRP, we saw XRP once over $3. Now it's at 31 cents. It's still up above where it was around about October, November of last year before it started to really push up. And if you have been tracking Ripple for a while, like I have, you know that Ripple ran really flat for about 6 months from about, I don't know, maybe, I don't know the exact dates, but let's say around March 2017 till about November, it was just not really too exciting, and people weren't really too happy about their position in Ripple, and they were calling it junk. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, in like literally in 1 or 2 months, Ripple shot up to $3 from 22 cents. So I mean, we've seen some big price actions. Whether or not we'll see that ever again, I don't know. That's the big question, right? I mean, that's what we're hoping for. On Altcoin Buzz, we ran a poll here on Altcoin Buzz IO on Twitter. If you're not already following us, you can participate in our polls when we post them. We said, do you still hold or did you sell? Any survivors in the bloodbath? So out of 2,000 votes, 86% of you are still holding. So it looks like most people haven't given up, packed the bags and went home on crypto. 86% of them. So 9% sold, 5% say they declined to answer. And then the majority of the comments in there said that they were actually buying more. So that's interesting data to give you guys as feedback, saying that people are holding in there despite what we've been through. And it's most of you are going to feel like warriors. I mean, you have to feel like a warrior having been through what you've been through with crypto, especially if you're new to crypto in November, December, January, and February. You've been through a lot, and you've watched some of you have watched your portfolios come well off the highs they once reached, right? So let's read some of these comments. Let's see. VeChain is a great investment. So you guys are big on VeChain. Let's go see what's up with VeChain. I know VeChain was having. I checked my app, crypto app, and I was like, wow, VeChain was moving hot today. I mean, it was one of the biggest movers for sure. Yeah, it's up 48% today. So I mean, and it's actually one of the few cryptos that are up over the last 7 days. There's only 2 cryptos that are up over the last 7 days. No, 3. I'm sorry. 3 in the top 20: Bitcoin, Stellar Lumens, and VeChain. But VeChain's the one that's up the highest. Outside of the top 20, you have Lisk sitting at number 22. So Ontology also having another big week. Some cryptos that are having not such a big week. You've got Binance Coin finally taking a hit, and that was one of the strong ones. But when many alts suffer, finally the exchanges take a hit. But Binance is still the strongest exchange, in my opinion, as far as security and just everything operational. That one's got it going on, right? EOS continues to peel back off its ICO high. You know, it was really riding that massive excitement wave, and people were trying to buy then. I I don't know what to say if you were buying at all-time highs, but hopefully we all, including myself, learn our lessons about buying high and try not to make those same mistakes when the market, if the market, when, if, you know, because we don't know for sure. But if the market starts to run again, probably not the time to buy. you know, like we had that happen. I mean, even if we flash back, if we think about it, I thought the market. I mean, we were bringing in so many new users every single day. It was like we had we had some reason to believe that even at under $1 trillion market cap, that the asset class of cryptocurrency had room to grow. And I still hold true to my opinion or theory that we just didn't have the infrastructure to uphold the volume that was coming in. And also, there was definitely a bubble in the sense that there was a lot of ICOs that oversaturated the market. I personally felt as though I could see that that was happening, but I don't necessarily know that I was uh, seeing it for what it was, oversaturation. 1,400 projects really isn't a lot. 1,500 projects isn't a lot, but in hindsight, it is, especially if they're trying to be 1,500 different virtual currencies. But I didn't look at it like they were currencies. I looked at it as we're in a whole new paradigm, right? And we don't know what to call these things, but we've seen them called everything from securities to utility tokens and all that, and even uh, property, right? If you try to go to the IRS and you claim it, what are they calling it? Property. So let's see what we got. So you guys are talking about learning the graphs and charts, decision making in a volatile market. So some of you guys are looking to do some uh, trading, it looks like. I stay away from trading personally. So if you are trying to do trading, I'm not the guy to talk to. Thanks to everyone who smashed up the likes. Crushing up those likes will definitely push this video out a little bit more. And I appreciate you guys all doing that. I haven't asked that. Ripple in peace. Okay. Are you still going to Asia for lady boys? No, 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 no. Nothing against lady boys, okay? But um, these guys who keep asking about lady boys, I have no idea why the obsession, but it's interesting that people keep asking about that. Let's see. This guy keeps asking about ladyboys. He's in the thread, and I accidentally focused on his comment twice. But no, I don't have anything against ladyboys. I just not my thing. You optimistic on ETC? Yeah, I'm optimistic on ETC. I mean, being added to Coinbase, but it's kind of weird because if you think about, uh, you've got Ethereum, then you've got Ethereum Classic. Why do we need two kind of thing? It's kind of like, why do we need more cryptocurrencies than Bitcoin? Well, we need one of these cryptocurrencies to be fast, really secure, and it's like one of them is going to win out as the everyday transaction, and it might not even be a blockchain. It could be a hash graph, right? It could be something else. I mean, there's banks. I mean, I don't know what the bank's financial books look like, but from what we hear, banks invest in blockchain and other financial technologies, also known as fintechs, and blockchain is one of them. But just because blockchain they've thrown money at blockchain doesn't mean that blockchain will ultimately win out. It could be Hashgraph, it could be Tangle. There's so many different uh, ways. What they want is lightning quick. It's got to be lightning quick. The networks can't clog up. I mean, what do we know about Bitcoin? As Bitcoin grows, it slows down the network, right? So you have things like SegWit and Lightning Network to offset some of that. But Ethereum is one of those cryptocurrencies that, uh, has proved it's one of them that is an alternative. It's an altcoin to Bitcoin, right? So, but Bitcoin, that's why they say Bitcoin's a store of value now, not necessarily an everyday use currency. So then you have Bitcoin Cash and all these altcoins. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how things shape up. And if we try to think about what cryptocurrency or what coin could end up being an everyday currency, That's the billion-dollar question. Do we have it now? Does it exist? Is it already on the radar and we're just waiting for them to pull through? Is it something like Stellar or Cardano or Ethereum or an is it still the Bitcoin brand name? I mean, we'll see how far this thing goes, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Stellar Lumens says V Clark, XRP, XLM, Ethereum, EOS, and NEO. Yeah, I mean, right now we're all just kind of guessing. That's investment, right? And we don't even know if blockchain, it's not even guaranteed that blockchain will be used as a currency, but banks still like blockchain technology, but will blockchain be used as a currency? That's kind of another thing to keep in the back of our mind as we're kind of analyzing the market landscape, and no one knows for sure. If anyone knew for sure, I mean, who knows, maybe someone knows for sure and they've got all their money like just rammed right into all that, right? But to us, the general public, no one knows for sure how this thing is going to play out. And all we can do is just be flexible, roll with the punches, hope we get some right, and try to end up, on the right side of the graph, green, right? Try to end up in the black, right? Um, let's see. I'm trying to read some of these. Do you think XRP is a security? I stay out of that conversation because I don't know enough about those laws, and I'm not. What is it? The SEC confuses me. I mean, yeah, they make sense, but just the fact that you have to ask is the same kind of question I have to ask. I mean, as we've talked about before, the IRS considers cryptocurrency a property. So if they called it a security on the IRS, like when you go to file your taxes, you're calling it a property, right? So are you calling it a security? So the classification thing, I'm not qualified to even uh, make. Well, Uh, I could theorize and put an opinion out there, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they rule that. ADA price predictions. Who knows? ADA is one of those projects just in line to, as the purge continues to happen, they're in line to either move up or down. That's kind of where we're at with that. I mean, if you want a price projection for any coin, go look at their last all-time high, and let's hope that they revisit that. And we'll see. My top 3 coins. That's really I mean, the market keeps changing on me, and I try to figure out what I like. I mean, I still like Stellar a lot. Nothing's changed like that. I still like Binance coin because it's the top exchange. Why not like that? Uh, and then you have some interesting other projects to keep an eye on, like Cardano's. Uh, you've got privacy coins that are still exciting. Dash is way off its all-time high. You have Monero, which is actually even more valuable in market cap than Dash. So, I mean, do you think there's a future for privacy coins, or will that be something that governments just are not a fan of, so they try to shut that down too, right? We'll see. XRP is now officially decentralized. Ripple is operating less than half of the nodes. So we'll see. All right, guys. Anyways, thanks to everyone who crushed up the likes. I'm really happy that we were able to make this video and just kind of hang out for a little bit and see how everyone's doing. Looks like you guys are really focused uh, and fairly positive and just hanging in there. I mean, that's impressive to see. And we'll see where this market goes. So we'll see you guys next time. And Roger that. Signing out.